Whales are large, magnificent, and intelligent aquatic animals. They breathe air through blowholes using lungs. They are unlike fish who breathe using gills. Whales have sleek, streamlined bodies that move easily through water. They are the only mammals, other than sea cows, that live their entire lives in the water, and the only mammals that have adapted to life in the open ocean. Like other mammals, whales breathe air into lungs, have hair, are warm-blooded, have mammary glands to nourish young ones, and have a 4-chambered heart. Talking of their size, the longest whale is the blue whale, which grows up to about 94 feet or 29 meters in length. That is approximately the height of a 9-story building. It is believed to be the largest animal that exists on the earth. It is also considered to be one of the loudest animals on Earth and can be heard even from places that are miles away from the seashore. You may not be able to fathom their size just yet, but if I tell you that they are even bigger than the dinosaurs that once existed on this planet, you may get the idea. The smallest whale is called the dwarf sperm, which measures only about 8.5 feet or 2.6 meters in length when it grows into an adult. The whale having the largest tooth is the sperm whale, which is about 50 feet long and weighs 43 tons. Orca is the deadliest whale. They eat food equal to 3 to 4% of their body weight each day. The largest whales eat about 4 tons of tiny krill each day, obtained by filter feeding through baleen. Owing to their size, adult blue whales have no predators except man.
The lecture is about whales. They are large, intelligent, aquatic mammals that are adapted to ocean life. Whales are unlike fish as they have lungs in place of gills. They are warm-blooded and have a 4-chambered heart. Blue whale is the longest whale that is not only the largest but also the longest animal on Earth. orca is the deadliest whale. Whales may eat tiny fish up to 4% of its weight every day.
Academics lay the foundation of any school's reputation, and same is the case with us. Maintaining the high standards we have set ourselves in the past has been tough to match, but we have even done better. Not only did we match the expectations of parents, but we also exceeded them. The fact that 26 of our students received national scholarships last year was good, and in this year alone, we are expecting 43 students to bag the scholarships. I wish them the best of luck and hope that they bring laurels to their alma mater. Our school has always delivered at the biggest stage, and our record of achieving 100% success continues even today. There has been no failure in the history of this school.
The lecture is about the high standards of academics maintained in a particular school. The school exceeds the expectations of the parents. It has consistently achieved 100% success record, with no failure recorded in its entire history. Besides, it has been securing many national scholarships year after year.
What does sensible road usage mean? The answer to this question is very important for us in our quest to drive safely. That also takes into consideration the safety of other road users. We must understand that a road is, was and always will just be a route that connects two places. On the other hand, a racetrack is, was and always will be a purpose-built facility that aids in competition. It is clear from the mentioned definitions that a road is not the place for competition. Safety should always be given the first priority. The best way to ensure our own safety and the safety of others is to follow traffic rules and never compete while using the roads. With the increase in the income level of people, the number of cars on the roads has gone up by leaps and bounds. The already congested roads of the city have become even more congested. This means that the margin for error while driving has come to a minimal level. Even a small lapse in concentration while driving can lead to serious consequences for not only the drivers but also the innocent passengers. The fact that everyone is in a hurry to reach his destination makes matters worse. It seems as if patience has lost all its importance in today's world. Most of the drivers are not prepared to be patient while driving, and nearly all are in a hurry to reach their destinations at all costs. The few people who are patient and who obey all the traffic rules are in minority, and their good work is being erased by the impatient majority. But if there is a problem, there must be a solution as well.
The lecture is about sensible road usage. The road is not a racetrack, nor a place for competition. We should follow the traffic rules on the road and ensure the security of others. With the increase in the number of cars, the roads have become congested, and the margin of error while driving has decreased. Since everyone is in a hurry, people have become impatient. The solution lies in sensible road usage.
I am sure that all of you must be aware of the meaning of stress. All of us have encountered stress at some or another point in our lives. However, the exact meaning of stress is not known to most of us. Well, stress is the condition that results when personal environment transactions lead the individual to perceive a discrepancy, whether real or not, between the demands of a situation and the resources of the person's biological, psychological, or social systems. It is a kind of mental stress. It creates a storm in the hormonal environment of the body, with the pounding of the heart, rising blood pressure, and tension of muscles. Among other silent killers, stress, anxiety, or tension is affecting a majority of the population nowadays. A 1997 report brought out by the Harvard University on behalf of the World Bank projects that in the next 20 years, mental illness, particularly depression, could be the second leading cause of morbidity next only to heart disease. Even among the diseases causing mortality, psychiatric illnesses have entered the first 10 causes of mortality. Despite its grave consequences on the health of the person who is suffering from it, it does not attract as much attention as the psychotic disorders, mainly because its after effects are less dramatic in nature.
The lecture is about stress, a condition in which a person witnesses a disruption between his individual and environmental transaction, real or imaginary. This disruption leads to a form of mental illness, with pounding heart and rising blood pressure. In the coming years, this mental illness might become a leading cause of mortality. Yet this mental illness does not attract as much attention as psychotic diseases, perhaps, because it is less dramatic.
Everybody knows the lifestyle that we lead today lacks an adequate amount of exercise. This is mainly due to our dependence on technology to get our work done. So we do not do any physical work that is essential for our body. The second reason for the absence of physical exercise in our routine is the stressful life that we lead. The priorities of people have changed, and a healthy body comes at the end of the list of priorities. People are too worried about their careers and other materialistic things to take some time off and focus on the thing that is of utmost importance, their health. They tend to ignore that everything that they are working for will be useful only if they live a healthy life, and a healthy life is possible only if an exercise routine is followed.
Our present lifestyle involves little exercise. We are too much dependent on technology. The consequent lack of physical work affects our physical health. Our health also suffers from stressful life arising out of our materialistic outlook. Our priorities have changed and are oriented more towards career than towards health.
Photography is a process of recording a picture by means of capturing light on a light-sensitive medium such as a film through a photographic lens in a device called camera. We have a varied range of photographic cameras. Camera is the main image-forming device. My modern digital camera is based on CCD technology. The resulting digital image is stored electronically and can be reproduced on paper. The camera controls are interrelated. The amount of light that reaches the film of the camera changes the aperture of lens, focal length of the lens, etc. automatically. The result or output of photography is called a photograph. The printing of the photograph on a paper depends on the chemicals used in development, paper quality, size, dodging and burning. Photography is both for business and pleasure. All advertising and fashion work depends on it. So photography is a commercial as well as an artistic endeavour. Since its very inception, photography has won admiration of scientists and artists both. Scientists have used it to record and study movements, such as a study of a human movement. The artists enjoy the pictorial effect of photography. They use it to capture special moments, memories of good times, to send messages and also to serve as a source of entertainment.
The lecture is about the processes and the applications of photography. The process of photography involves capturing of light on a sensitive medium to record an image using a camera. The modern process stores a digital image electronically. Photography is a business as well as a pleasure-seeking activity. Scientists use it for various studies, artists for pictorial effect, and for creating entertainment.
The skeleton comprises of some 206 bones. It's the skeleton only that provides the overall frame for our body. Besides, it also provides support to the structure of our body. The bones are made up of tissue that comprises of fibre, cells and mineral salts. Well, different bones are of different sizes and shapes. These are long, short, flat and irregular. Short bones are short, cube-shaped and are found in the wrists and ankles. Flat bones like ribs, cranial bones, bones of shoulder girdle, help in protecting of organs and attachment of muscles and therefore are broad-surfaced. All of the bones that do not fall into these categories are termed irregular bones. They have varied shapes, sizes and surface features and include the bones of the vertebrae and a few in the skull. The interaction of the muscular and skeletal systems helps in carrying out the bodily movement. For this reason, they are often grouped together as musculoskeletal systems. Muscles are connected to bones by tendons. Bones are connected to each other by ligaments. Where bones meet one another is typically called a joint. Muscles which cause movement of a joint, connected by two different bones and contract to pull them together. Blood cells are produced by the marrow located in some bones. An average of 2.6 million red blood cells is produced each second by the bone marrow to replace those worn out and destroyed by the liver.
The lecture is about the human skeletal system and its interaction with the muscular system to generate bodily movement. The 206 bones, of different size and shape, in the skeletal system provide body framework and support. They connect with muscles and with other bones through tendons and ligaments. The bone marrow in some of the bones also produces blood cells.
You all know that water is an important element on Earth upon which all life depends. It's the resource that covers almost 3/4 of the planet. If we look back through the history of the natural world, water has provided habitat and subsistence for animals and plants alike. But we very well know that this water is increasingly getting polluted. There are two types of water pollutants: point sources and non-point sources. Point sources of pollution occur when harmful substances are emitted directly into a body of water. When an industry discharges its effluents directly into the rivers, it best illustrates point source water pollution. A non-point source delivers pollutants indirectly through environmental changes. An example of this type of water pollution is when fertilizer or a pesticide applied to a field is carried into a stream by rain in the form of runoff, which in turn affects aquatic life and further affects the humans when aquatic animals are consumed by them. Point sources of pollution can be monitored and regulated with the technology available, although political factors may complicate matters. Non-point sources are much more difficult to control. Pollution arising from non-point sources accounts for the majority of the contaminants in streams and lakes.
The lecture is about water, which covers 3/4 of the Earth's surface and which is an important element for providing habitat and sustenance to plants and animals alike. But this important resource is increasingly being polluted directly through point source injection as well as indirectly through environmental assimilation. Non-point sources are a greater threat because of larger and more sustained contamination, which is also more difficult to control.